God, please have this podcast be recorded fine, no echo, whatever. Yay, party people!
Yay!
I have on Ellen again. I think it's the
Hello.
fourth time. I'm not sure. How are
I'm
you, Miss
back.
Stein? Poopy
I'm
pants.
good. That's me. I'm good. How are you?
Pretty dang good. I have a whole lineup of insanity. Let's
I'm
just
ready.
launch into it.
Yeah.
Let's see, maybe this view. It should be okay if I press play in the audio. It shouldn't be any echo, but whatever. So let me just read it first off. You can read. You can see this, obviously. Yes.
Yep.
Controversy erupts after parents of Los Alamitos fifth graders learn of sleeping arrangements at camp.
Oh God.
A group of parents of students at Weaver Elementary School in Los Alamitos are upset with the loss. Oh, this is so repetitive. After learning about the sleeping arrangements at a school-organized science camp in San Bernardino County. Basically, let me get to it. The parents say their fifth grade girls told them some of the, I hate saying this phrase as usual, but I'm just going to say it's a male.
Mm-hmm.
Male counselors at Camp Polly in San Bernardino who use they, them, which by the way, let me remind you is demonic. Literally look it up in the Bible. It's called Legion. Pronouns spent 3 nights sleeping in cabins with the young girls.
Yeah, that's pervy stuff. That's all bad.
Why would men need to sleep with little girls? Like, I mean, ever.
Yeah, that's gross.
And like, as if these kids, I mean, whatever. Like, I'm assuming kids at that age, or if this happens to anyone, you get molested, you're not going to want to say anything because you're embarrassed. You probably blame yourself, or, I mean, even if something didn't happen, it's obvious that this is a prime setup for men, adult men to groom young
look
girls.
Right there. It says, I contacted the school and asked them if they were able to confirm that there was not a man. And you know that they're twisting words.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're going to be like, well, no, a man wasn't in there. It was
they not able to confirm that?
They, them. Right. They, them. So the whole thing is just perverted. And of course, these people are like, why are you upset? And it's like, dude, all of this is so like evading the truth. I mean, that's what all of this is.
Look at this. Per California law, like not every law means it's good and righteous and, upholding the truth. I don't care if it's a law. That same shit happened to us. Oh, there I go with cussing. Same crap happened to us when those 2 psychotic mothers, it's on my YouTube, it was one of my live ones, I think, came in like her, stalked us out and harassed us, and they were screaming at us, these boys, high school age down to elementary school.
Park?
In the bathroom. They're like, it's in the law. And I'm like, oh boy, that really kind of shook me to be like, I got to get the F out of California. People are, I don't know. I talked about this recently. Go ahead.
People like, when people are like, I don't know why you care so much. I'm like, because it's becoming law, because it is becoming policy. We have to be worried. Do we fully know that this is so absurd that it's not worth our time? 100%. The scary part is that it is becoming, you have to deal with it because it's law.
So I mean, these people, they don't have any guidance. I was talking about this with my sister this week. If you don't have any, godly principles in your life that guide you, and it starts with, having that foundation of what is good and what is bad, then I think it's so easy to look at this and be like, what is it? Well, they want to be placed in cabins at what they identify with. That's the same thing that happened with my ex-best friend, where they're like so easily, well, if they feel that way, I'm like, how can you also ignore like abuse and molesting? I'm like, so that means you're okay with molestation happening. You're just totally okay.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah. A friend that we don't talk anymore, she was like, why do you care about this so much? And I said my piece, which you don't need to say a lot, but she didn't want to listen to me. And I was just like, well, I hope that something doesn't ever happen to your daughter. She doesn't have kids, but I was just kind of like, in the future, if you have a daughter, I hope something doesn't happen to her because you're okay with this now. Because that's the reality. That's what you're putting at risk.
Of course.
Is your own children. Like,
it blows my mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
It kills me. I'm like, even if you, don't have God in your life or whatever, how can you possibly sit there and be like, oh, this will never happen? It's really peculiar to me. I'm like, what is that? Why do they think that way? I'm like, I want to think that maybe they were abused or raped as well. And I'm not sure because, again, someone I know was raped twice and they're okay with this stuff happening. So I'm like, is there a correlation to them themselves being, I don't know. It's
probably, I mean,
bizarre.
suppressing things, denial,
Yeah.
like all sorts of stuff to obscure the truth. And people
Horrible.
have such a weird, bizarre faith in man, like
Yeah.
despite knowing, or
Like we're
I
all
don't know.
fallen, like we all mess up. I mean, perversion and abuse and all this stuff exists. So how can
Yeah,
you know that and then not be able to be like, oh, this could happen?
right.
Which is that's always been driving me mad since the whole beginning of this when all my friends launched on me. I'm like, what?
Hmm.
So you think every trans person is a perfect little angel? Like not even Republican white male or female, like whatever, are all angelic. Like not everyone is perfect in any however you
Well,
identify, whatever the
if
hell.
anybody ever feels a sense of guilt or remorse or regret about anything, then that's because you made the wrong choice. We all feel that way. That's indicative of the fact that we do make mistakes. We
Yeah.
all feel that way. So like we are fallen, and
Yeah.
yeah, I don't
100%.
know. It's super weird. I mean, this whole thing is just like that video you sent me of that recent guest on Joe Rogan. I don't know who that individual is, but
I've seen it
that's
before, I think. Yeah.
kind of what was he talking about?
How if you don't have I
Well,
don't know if
there's
I'm
no
saying
truth.
God, but
There's
yeah,
no
yes,
sense of
yes.
truth because
Mhm.
everything is uh subject to your own interpretation. There is no reality, and
Feelings,
so
a lot of
yeah,
feelings.
and
And
so
your
everything is
feelings, yeah.
subject to your feelings, and if you don't, ugh, it's the denial of the truth, which is so
Oh yeah.
weird to me.
If you
I
don't
don't
have truth, then
understand.
power is just takes reigns. But that was a really interesting take, and I was like, I
Yeah.
mean, this dude isn't wrong. I haven't heard that take before, but yeah. What, again, this is a thing of this is right here. If I was aware of it, which is a parent, if I was aware of it, I had initialed something saying that this was going to be done at this outdoor science camp, I would have kept my children at home. Like this is
Hmm.
yet again another thing that's happening that
Sneaky
is
bullshit.
beyond where they're not telling parents
Hmm.
of the children that, oh yeah, by the way, there's going to be adult men sleeping with your daughters. Was
Gross.
this like an all
God, this is so
girls thing,
gross.
or it's just like an intersex, not
I don't
intersex,
know.
multi whatever, or male and female? It doesn't matter. They them. Okay, demon, you're letting us know what you are. Anyway,
Yeah.
next.
Gross.
Oh boy, Lord Jesus save us, God
Oh
Almighty.
God.
Austin Public Library offering teens $100 to
That
attend
sounds
sex
like
ed.
bribery.
I
God.
mean, what the f? What? Let me finish it. To attend sex ed camp, and taxpayers are definitely paying for this. Teens can get paid $100 plus
Plus
lunch
lunch.
to learn about sex ed.
Oh my God.
Okay, if anyone's offering you money to do something like, especially, I mean, this is wild because I think if you're okay, this is teen. I actually thought it was college. Calling all high school students get paid to learn about sex education over spring
It's
break.
bribery.
Bro, I'm like, what exactly? First of all, spring break is like people, I mean, at least where I grew up, which is totally whatever. Kids got like drunk and were sexual and like having
Hmm.
sex, blow dry, whatever, all that shebang
Yeah.
thing. So I'm like, this kind of breaks my brain. I'm like, spring break sex ed, what the F are they gonna actually be doing? I mean, obviously I'm not
Well,
exaggerating,
shouldn't
but
like normally there's a required high school class about sex ed. Like that should be
yeah, that doesn't
sufficient.
involve
Right.
pornography and telling you how to masturbate with
Racist
carrots and
materials.
cucumbers.
Wait. As parent. Oh, okay. Remove. Blah blah blah.
Oh, okay, CRT and
Yeah.
stuff. This
Yeah.
is a great website, by the way. It's
Free
not Lexi, thank
classes.
God.
Texas scorecard. Yeah, you've sent me articles from this
Hmm.
one. Hmm.
I mean, they're offering you money. Like $100 to a teenager is like a grand. Like I remember $100 in college. I'm not proud of this. I stole $100 from some dude because I'm a jackass and I got my tongue pierced. Whatever.
Ah, God.
Dumb. I'm sure I was drunk, but
Yeah.
forgive me, Father. I was like, whoa, $100. I'm rich,
You could
baby.
buy
Like
so much fucking Taco Bell and dial a pizza.
booze, natty light,
Uh,
baby. Oh, let me also add here because this is definitely important. It's an LGBTQIA plus
of
PP.
course.
Where's the P in here? How bigotry of them? It's
Wait.
it's put on by whatever friendly course. I'm not sure if it's put on by LGBT peeps, but it says it's friendly.
It's probably
Ostensibly,
all that stuff from what was it like art? all that stuff that you showed me, what was it? Jennifer Bilek had
Mhm.
unearthed all those like connections from those organizations that infiltrate schools.
Oh, yeah.
I can't
Like,
remember the names of them now, but I'm sure it's
yeah.
backed by that. I mean, like,
Curious,
there's no
what is the yeah.
question.
Yeah, who funded this? What grant? One citizen replied on social media, what is the total grant value? Is funding received regardless of attendance? Who received money? Austin taxpayers are paying for this, correct? What is the entire budget for this program over spring break? Another citizen wrote, um, yeah, that's a big yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes, yikes, yikes. Sex ed camp?
Bribing with money
Oh
and
my
food. Like,
lord.
that's what teenagers want is money and food.
I want to
It's
find, did they link to the actual thing? How could they not have? I really want to read it.
I don't see anything.
Lame. And whatever, it's fine. Oh god, that is so disturbing. I'm like,
Mhm.
I think someone shit. Can I identify as a 16-year-old and go and like take notes? Why not?
Oh, why not? I mean, that's what they're fucking moving
Yeah,
it towards. Oh god,
exactly.
it's so awful. So, so awful.
Yeah, let's see. Next one. Oh, you're gonna love this one. Hold on, this screen is massive. I need to actually. I wanted to fact check. I like
I
to.
can't tell what that person's picture is, but that looks
I think they're on the
trashy.
floor, like half naked with the mask on, or on a couch,
Ugh,
being like, "We're
so gross.
probably
Talk
OnlyFans."
Look at that slave. Ugh. Slave to
Exactly.
slave
This is
to
a
sex,
tweet.
slave to
I
COVID.
wanted to
God.
check if this is true or not. Do I even have to question? It's like a million types. Ash Bash 23. Because I like to pull from the actual source, not
Yeah.
screenshots, because that's how
Mhm.
misinformation.
I'm so
Oh
sick of
god,
that
it's so
freaking
slow.
word.
Yeah, misinformation means truth. Should have pulled this
Yeah,
up earlier.
exactly.
Whatever. I'm not gonna do it just because it's fucking slow. The tweet is abortion havers deserve to celebrate. Join
This
me
is
in celebrating my
so
2 abortions next weekend. My
oh my
friend is
god,
throwing me an abortion shower. I knew you're gonna like hyperventilate
it's
over this.
so fucking stupid. Like you are so desperate to be special through being an evil, like proud,
Human killer.
violent. It's just yeah, like you're nasty. What are you gonna do? Get wasted and talk about how
Yeah.
miserable you are? Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be RSVPing to your horrible party.
How
This is the
empowering.
dumbest shit. I know.
Yeah.
Like
Virtual. Okay, let me explain or describe the flyer. It literally looks like a baby shower. All cutesy flowers, leaves, gold and Florida, whatever, like
special font.
cursive.
It's wedding font.
It's a beautiful looking flyer, wedding font, exactly.
Yeah, it
Please,
looks good.
let's see, virtual. What? Oh, it's a virtual. Okay.
That's
Oh, how
even more
depressing.
sad. God. Oh
These people
God.
surely know how to bring the depression. Yeah. Virtual
Yeah,
abortion
misery loves
shower. Please
company.
join us in celebrating Ash Williams, Saturday, February 26th. Oh, what does that say? 3 something, whatever. RSVP and whatever. Yeah, that's insane and sad. Abortion havers? Like, okay, women, whatever.
Yeah,
Yikes. Next.
that's terrible.
I know. Oh man, this one. Woo-wee! This is from the Mercury News. Actually, is San Jose's news, where I used to live, which is
Mhm.
interesting reading this now. Want to live in Disneyland? This is the headline. New Disney community near Palm Springs could be the next best thing. Walt Disney Imagineering, the secretive, weird. Okay, why would you put that in there? Anyway,
Hmm.
huh? Never heard of them call it secretive. Anyway, the secretive creative team behind Disney theme parks. It's not secretive. Everyone knows what Walt Disney Imagineering is. What the F?
Mhm.
Anyway, don't they have? Anyway, will design the new Cotino master plan community coming to Rancho Mirage. I think that's how you say it. Just outside Palm Springs. I'm like, these mother effers get to live in a literal, like, alternate real life reality where they're, I think it has like themed stuff.
Well,
Um,
that's Walt Disney had visions for like
yeah,
city planning basically. I mean,
yeah,
I think he was a visionary. I think he's amazing.
yeah,
Like I learned that when I was at Epcot a couple years ago, and I thought it was really cool. And I think his intentions were good. But we know that Disney
yeah.
nowadays is just like
Trash.
at the
Allows
top. Like
Elsagate to flourish.
they're pushing all of like so much of this. So of course they're going to take a cool vision and turn it into some scary place that people think they want to live and are trapped. Like, let's see. Dreamed of sleeping and
if you've
living in.
always dreamed of sleeping, do you want to read it?
No,
Just
you
so
go
that
ahead.
all podcast peeps. Oh, if you always dreamed of living and sleeping in the, I didn't say the, in Sleeping Beauty Castle or the Haunted Mansion, yeah, sign me up.
No.
God, people that are obsessed with like death and morbid stuff, it's like need Jesus, literally.
It's so
I'm like,
true. Yeah.
good Lord.
Yeah. They're just like walking like arms out. They're just like, yes, this is what I want. And it's like, no, you don't actually.
It's literally like their whole life. Anyway, that is their like God. Disneyland, then a new Palm Springs area community designed by Walt Disney Imagineering could be your dream home come true.
No.
Good Lord. I mean, which is so funny because last week I think I talked about Disney people like freaking me out and they need therapy. Like if you're so obsessed with Disney that you go every weekend and it's your entire life, I'm like, dude, you literally you love to escape reality.
When the Disney cruise ships would come into Skagway, like you knew it. And there'd be like, I'd get like a two-top and it'd be like a married couple or like the girl would have a ring on and they're like, we just got engaged on our Disney cruise. And I'm like, that's so cute. You guys are grown adults. This is embarrassing.
They're not wearing the Mickey ears?
I'm sure they had the Mickey ears and they were always like wearing like Jack Skellington stuff. Like I love Nightmare Before Christmas, like I love that stuff. And I'm just like, but you're an adult. You should not be wearing this. And I can guess many things about your personality based on this whole Disney weird thing that you guys have going on. And it's bizarre to me. But yeah, you always knew when they were there. And then like the cruise ship employees would come in and just be terrible customers. And they were all just like these awful young people. And
doesn't that say a lot that the employees on the Disney cruise ship are freaking miserable? Wow.
Yeah, they were just like kind of like those awful theater kids with terrible manners, and they'd come in and like have 1,000 separate checks and just they were so irritating. So it was like, please leave. Like we know the Disney cruise is here. Please go.
Wow.
All you weirdos. Yeah.
I know. It's it's a classic argument of, oh, people just want to have fun. Why are you so bothered? And I'm like, here's the thing. I don't think people that say that are going to be able to see where we're coming from because you don't have the Holy Spirit in you. I don't know. Like,
well,
if you don't have, yeah, go ahead.
They don't understand that like limits in life are good. Boundaries are good. You can't always get what you want. Like everybody wants everything. That's just like our nature. And it's better for us if we don't get everything we want. We're like, and they don't want to live that. And they refuse to believe it. So they're just like
live in an alternate
hedonistic. Mm-hmm. Just like now that I don't live in the city and I've gotten away from that. Cause that's how I was living for the last several years. Oh my God. Like I think back on that and I'm like, I was selfish and indulging in like booze all the time and cigarettes and food, like, and being away from it, I'm like, I'm such a healthier person.
Yeah, no doubt. 100%. I was thinking about that the other day too. Living in San Jose was so stressful. And then I realized there's like literally a 5G something unit right outside. I mean, literally right next to where we lived. And I was like, was that making me like be irrational and weird and get in weird fights? Because I would just overreact about the weirdest shit. When I look back at it now, I think it's like life stressors too, though. I don't know, I'm not saying that's true, but it's also a thing that I think about where I'm like, could this happen if we don't know how this technology, 4G, 3G, 5G really has on our mind? Like
totally. Yeah. Yikes. We're electrical, our little bodies are full of running with electricity and we're constantly being inundated by waves from all over the place. Like, of course it would. Like, I don't know why it wouldn't.
Exactly.
So I'm sure it was affecting you. I think it was.
Yeah.
I just feel like I was super like not myself when I was living in the city. Yeah, I was on my antidepressants, but I was also still drinking like a fish and partying really hard.
Funny.
And it's crazy to me that my doctor's like, we don't need you to be on, you don't have to be on your antidepressants forever. And, they'll help you get to a place where you don't need to be on them. But they were totally like letting me still indulge in like heavy drinking and like really unhealthy lifestyles. And the medications warn that you shouldn't be drinking while you're taking them. But my doctors are still just like, yeah, it sounds like you're doing all right. And it's like, clearly I'm not. Like, anyway, I kind of forget where I was going with that, but
yeah, well, I got on
really untethered.
Again. Yeah, I got on Concerta again as an adult because I was like, oh no, the ADHD is still affecting me in my marriage. And of course, I didn't think of solving it in a way that is natural and holistic, because I'm so programmed. We're all, I mean, most of us, we haven't broken free of the matrix, are programmed to think that we need like medication. Oh no, I have an ailment. Let me go to the doctor or Kaiser or whatever.
Just a quick fix, a Band-Aid. Slap a Band-Aid on it. Here's some pills, whatever. And it's
I never saw it as a
addressed
quick fix though. I saw it as the fix. So like, because that's how they make it think. It's everywhere. I mean, billboards, you name it. And like, I've had addictive stuff in my past, and they really shouldn't have prescribed it to me. I feel like, I don't know. I didn't abuse it, but also it's funny that you said that you were on medication. I was on Concerta, and I don't know what that stuff is weird. You get really thin. You get really like hyper. It's weird because you would think it would help out your ADHD, but it like, I feel like it exacerbated it where I was just like, gotta go. And like, I was so irritable. Like I was just, like, why aren't you going fast? Like, come on.
That, oh, that would kill me. I can't. That stuff is like, I don't like uppers and stuff get me wigged out. Like I'm already enough of an anxious person. I don't need synthetic things helping me do that. But when I hear you say that, it just makes me think that it wasn't addressing the issue, because it wasn't helping your ADD. It was just like, it goes
brought
like
up
this
a new
with
issue.
you. And my antidepressants really helped me a lot. Like I'm not going to badmouth them. I think they have value. I also think that the ailments that we have in first world countries are a result of the lifestyles that we have nowadays. But
100%.
Once I got off them, it really was kind of like a veil being lifted. And I was like,
I'm so relaxed.
I am
now,
so emotional. Like I'm like, I have no reason to not be in my feelings about things. Like we've talked, like I talk about church and I'm always like weepy, and I'm always just like, but it's like tears of joy and happiness. And I know that I wouldn't have done that if I were still on the pills, like going to church. I'd be like, I know I'd feel good, but I wouldn't express it. Like it is numbing.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I was on antidepressants for a while there in high school because I was like, I'm depressed. I can't remember. I mean, I do remember, I wish I had a timeline because I don't know, but antidepressants, and then it wound up, I got an eating disorder. Like that's literally the timeline. Like it made it, I don't remember it solving anything. And it's funny how they also prescribe you antidepressants, or they did with me, because they were like, let's try you on antidepressants first, because that supposedly has a side effect of helping out ADHD stuff. And I took it and I was like, not really. So I got on Concerta stuff, which God knows what that is doing to me or did to me. But yeah, anyway.
So do you feel like the eating disorder came as like a side effect of being on these pills? Because I wonder if,
I know, right?
It's sort of like trying to put your hand on something, but it's like whack-a-mole, where it's like, it's supposed to help this, but then it like moves over here and manifests in other ways.
Yeah. Or like liposuction, which I've heard this, where my sister got liposuction on her hips. And then she was like, man, now I get fat in my arms, and I never got fat. It relocates.
It'll pop up somewhere. I know, it's weird. I mean,
your God is like, okay, now.
Yeah. How about fat arms? How about fat shoulders, bitch?
Yeah. Oh, you don't want on your legs? Here you go.
Yeah.
With more where you didn't even have it before. Yeah. Anyway, let's see here. So that whole Disney thing is just yikes, I mean, talk about delusion or just whatever. I've gone over it enough. Mind blown. Oh boy. Did you tell me about this? You can read this headline.
I can't even look
you can read this headline.
Okay, so I was watching Elijah Schaffer, and I got to this part. This part popped up, and then I got distracted. I was like, I was catching up on the phone with my boyfriend, but they got to this part, and Elijah's freaking out, and I was just like, no, this is so wrong.
Rip headphone users. Okay, sorry, I'm like torn. No, I don't know how loud that's going to be. I'm torn because I'm like, yay. I literally am not against like representing all sorts of people when it comes to anything.
It has nothing to do with
But then I'm like, well, wait a minute. I hope this article has it. They're sexualizing.
That's the problem. They're sexualizing.
Oh, it's not in this article. I mean, one of the photos is, she's got gazongas, all right? Down syndrome.
How that's so perverted. I just can't like.
And then what's also really gross to me is that like I saw on their Instagram her being like, actually, let me just go to their Instagram. This Down syndrome woman, I guess I shouldn't call her by that. I don't know her name. Being like, yay, Victoria's Secret. And I'm like, is this person cognitively, I'm ignorant about Down syndrome, honestly.
Right. I mean, I think there are individuals who have Down syndrome who are still like very high functioning. Yeah. And then there are some that are not, and they have to be with their parents forever. But the point is that like this individual still has a severe like mental disorder.
Yeah, so I'm like, how much are they able to comprehend and be like, this is my own choice doing this? Like, I feel like the opportunity to manipulate people like this is so high.
Yeah.
Is this the video? Is this a video?
Y por fuera no hay límites. Y los miedos los de mi cuerpo está afuera.
That's cool. Oh, Puerto Rican. Wait, okay, that's not the one. But she was like, yay, Victoria's Secret. And I'm like, is that you saying that? Or is Victoria's Secret like, read these lines, just do this shit? You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure. Well, it's like, why is Victoria's Secret like the, you know, the end all be all of like, you've reached the top now because you're in your underwear? Like, Victoria's, you know, like, what the?
Yeah.
Why?
Again, I love that they're representing all sorts of bodies. Not against that. Yeah. Just keep the men out for fuck's sake. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
sorry, seriously. God, I can't help it.
Don't. We don't. Victoria's Secret's not going to go away, and it's fine. Like, I want to wear like a nice sexy.
Yeah, I love this. I'm like, I feel like this is a normal, average woman. Like, this is
that's
great.
me. That's
fantastic.
Me on a work day.
But she looks great. She looks like a badass.
Yeah,
I love it.
Awesome.
I
think of the word soft.
I can't find the video of her being like, it's just, I could tell she just I don't know. It really is disturbing.
It's just, to me, it's so weird because it's like Victoria's Secret is sexual. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
I mean, what guy tunes into that runway show and is like, oh my Lord, I love that bra. They're like, titties.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is
that's
weird
how guys are.
And that's thin. I'm like, what? I guess they're brainwashing the men to think that.
I mean, I think a lot of them have like implants and stuff, but the thing is that it's like, we're not supposed to reproduce with, you know, like, we don't reproduce with people who have like, you don't have children with someone who's like severely retarded. Like,
are you supporting eugenics, Ellen?
Hey, it's nature, baby. Like,
yeah,
our biology is like, no, I don't. You don't have sex with that. You don't reproduce with that. And that's what I see here. I think it's just like, well, they just keep pushing the lines more and more. I mean, is it people with Down syndrome? Is it children?
Yeah, you're a bitch. You know, if a woman doesn't want to have sex with a man pretending to be a woman, or no, yes, that's what it is. Okay,
the weird lesbian argument.
No,
yeah, it's just like,
whatever that, and also I know it's such a ridiculousness, especially the men that look like men. I mean, most of them do, but they're like, I'm a lesbian. I'm like, you're a effing dude.
You're a creepy, rapey dude. Like,
yeah. You couldn't get women as a normal man. So you've identified into this special retard group, rainbow soup. I'm sorry, I'm saying it.
It's true.
By the way, retard means like slow. Okay, I looked it up in the dictionary.
Slow. I know.
There was other definitions of it, and I was like, wow, this actually is a. I mean, anyway.
Well, I remember learning that in French class in high school. Like the word like, en retard. I can't really remember it, but it meant like to be late.
Yeah, yeah. And these people are late to the truth and logic.
And like, if it's describing like mental function, mental capacity, like, I don't know why everybody's upset about that. Again, it's the truth. Like,
yeah,
everybody wants to get upset about the truth. It's like, I'm not being offending. If I'm not trying to offend you, like, you're choosing to be offended about the truth. Like,
100%.
Whatever.
I'm like, if I call someone retarded, I'm like, I'm literally saying you are slow to realizing the truth, slow to logic.
Slow.
I'm not saying you're someone who has Down syndrome. You're the asshole being like, are you saying I have Down syndrome? I'm like, no, you just said that. You're the one thinking that.
Yeah, totally. Lord. Yep.
It's like the same, I guess projecting and whatnot. Moving on. Like, oops, did I just exit out? No, okay. Hold on. Am I off here? Okay, no. I need to exit these articles, I guess. Oh, again. Oops. What the hell happened? Oh, weird. You're going to love this one, too.
This is... Oh, don't even... Oh.
Hey there. One of the easiest and free things you can do to help out my podcast is to leave a Apple Podcast review for this podcast. It is free, pretty effortless. It takes, I don't know, less than a minute out of your day. If you don't want to do that, you can support my podcast by heading to paypal.me/LPFosterKittens or become a monthly subscriber to my Subscribestar, which is subscribestar.com/distortedlens. As always, thank you so much for listening and following me on ODYSEE or YouTube, subscribing, hitting the bell, because I've been told that hitting the bell helps out a lot with getting notified that I'm even posting new content. So God bless y'all, and let's keep trucking on, y'all.
Since the ones you're gonna cringe at, it's like, I guess, take a shot. You have to read the headline.
So now we're supposed to be sexually attracted to fucking cartoon characters. Sorry, I jumped.
Yeah, well, they're grooming you and preparing you for the whatever you want to call it. People are calling it the metaverse. I don't know quite what it is, but what you call it? What is it? Half-Life or something?
Second Life.
Second Life, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Read the headline, damn it.
Oh, out loud.
Yeah.
Horizon Forbidden West. Aloy is the cover of Vanity Fair magazine.
Yeah, it's like it's in a different country. The Vanity Fair cover.
Oh.
Aloy shines on the cover of Vanity Fair Italy in its first digital edition.
Ew.
Yeah, just wait.
It's supposed to get dudes like, it's so perverted. It's really controlling too. Like it's playing
like this,
on like men's
the face,
like.
Yeah. The face is I mean, I wonder how they design it. First of all, nobody's eyebrows are like perfectly symmetrical. Like her face in general, I think maybe there's some app you can do. No one's face is perfectly symmetrical. And I think looking at I'm not sure actually, ignore me. But
well, I mean, that's what like apps do. Like if you get like FaceTuner, they make your face symmetrical.
Yeah.
They make everything like blemish free. And that's what she exudes because she's not a real person. She's designed flawlessly. It's just more veering off from humanity, which is messy and imperfect, and we're all asymmetrical. Like
yeah.
But
Aloy is considered
like
the leader of a revolution.
And,
oh, go ahead. Sorry. It cut off a little bit. Go ahead.
Just plastic perfection.
Mm-hmm. But it's not perfection. They're like a walking abomination. I know what you're saying, though.
I know they're disgusting. Yeah.
She's the leader of a revolution in the video game industry. Blah blah blah. Whatever, you get it. So continuing on that note, I had to look this up because I remember one of these. I used to be all into like a vapid, vain makeup industry and whatnot, which is all me. Mm-hmm. And there was Marc Jacobs or someone that had a CGI influencer.
Gross.
Literally Balenciaga maybe, or Prada. It's what we're looking at is a literal CGI person, again, with a perfect symmetrical looking face.
Mm-hmm. Big lips, the squared off eyebrows.
Squared, lips, whatever.
Yeah.
Just like Instagram-y young teenage, also looks very girl, like young, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's not even a person, has modeled for Samsung, UGG, Prada, Balenciaga, Calvin Klein kissing another woman, of course.
Oh my god,
sick.
It's
I remember
disgusting.
I saw this and I was really deeply disturbed. Like this was I don't know, 2 years ago.
It's so manipulating because you figure this stuff out and you're like, well, because you see this and you're like, that doesn't look like a real person, and then you find out that it's not, and your intuition was right, and you've been played. Like, and you feel weird because you're like, wait, what? It's disturbing, and people don't question it. People just go along with it.
Oh, people love it.
It's so weird to me. Okay, I still can't figure out how I feel about Elon Musk, because Elon Musk.
People think he's controlled opposite. I don't know, dude.
I can't figure it out because he's constantly like making the leftists upset, and I appreciate that because he's speaking the truth.
Yeah.
But what he's doing with technology terrifies me. And
he's all for like transhumanism, and I mean, are we gonna forget? I mean, we were so distracted by him being like, memeing and making fun of the left, which is all obviously base. But like, wait a minute, are we gonna forget about Neuralink existing and how he's like creating that? And I'm sure he's still propelling that forward. I'm not gonna.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But so I'm just kind of like,
God, so
damn it,
rendered.
That's really long. Like, does she have two shoulder joints?
Yeah. What's so irritating is that, I mean, obviously they have their own Instagram and they're verified, obviously, but the description box that they put on their post is very human. It says, this is a caption of one of the CGI fake, not even real person. I can't describe how grateful I am to this brand for sending me this beautiful t-shirt. I hope the picture does it justice. Heart thingy emoji. Thanks also for the touching letter, which I hope you don't mind me posting. I'm like,
you're not
what
real.
Is this?
What are you?
This is not a real person. I mean, here's the thing: did a real person even write this shit?
Who's to know? I mean, that's what's so scary. That I've mentioned this guy before while talking on your podcast. It was a drag guy who at first, like a while ago, I was like, wow, so cool. He's talented. And then he started getting into like weird trans demonic stuff. And I was waking up and I was like, I reject you. But he also created this art installation, this art project where he made this like synthetic doll and he made an Instagram for her. And he took what he thought were like the perfect human features and they looked very alien-esque, like big eyes and the big lips and really slender, and made an Instagram for her and used the same kind of verbiage as if she was real and would dress her up in, like Calvin Klein or whoever for the day. And people were like enamored by it. And she's not real. She was like this idea of what he thinks beauty will be in the future. And I'm like, you need to reject that. You need to walk away from that. It's not real. It's all manipulated. And it plays onto people's emotions. And it's just, it's disturbing once you wake up and see what people are doing. It's just, anyway, that's what this makes me think of. Yeah, exactly.
Wait till you get the other ad that I'll pull up, or I had their Instagram pulled up. Yeah. Soul Cycle.
So that's not even, that's just like a,
it looks so fake, whatever.
It looks so fake.
There's this woman who's I don't know, I don't want to call her a cosplayer because I don't know if she is actually, but she's a Instagram model, but every one of her photos is insanely enhanced. And like, you look at it and you go, that is so not a real person. But the original photo was obviously at some point, the photo she took was of her, but then it's so manipulated. And like people know that, but mostly men, obviously, because it's like big tits and ass. They don't care. Like they love the fantasy. These are probably obviously porn addicted men. Yeah. Which please heal yourself from that because it literally destroys your mind. Literally, it's a disease. This one's the dumbest. I mean, what? Ew, vom.
This one is. Ew. I can see what the aesthetic that this one is trying to like. This is what
douche. I'm sorry.
OG. Oh, I know.
What the f? Gosh.
It's so gross. That's like I feel like.
See, again, look at this perfectly symmetrical eyebrows. Not a thing. And actually, well, whatever. Bleh.
Yeah, the big lips, like the big full lips on the man, like it's blurring the lines in every way, shape, and form. And the aesthetic of that one, I can see who that's catering to. That looks like Lara Croft, like OG Tomb Raider look. Like it's an aesthetic that you like. Like I appreciate that because it makes me think of like playing on the computer back in the day.
Yeah.
But I look at it and I see who you're appealing to.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I see what you're doing. It's
a good point.
So obvious.
I don't even know. b-ccine, this is it's disturbing because this artist, whoever does this, is pretty good, except the eyes, which is weird because I guess they want you to know. I don't know, it's weird, whatever.
The eyes are the weather of the soul.
Sorry.
Weird.
I hate this.
She looks like Kylie Jenner.
Okay, so it's a CGI woman who, first of all, let me read the caption from its b-ccine Instagram. The audacity, which is, this is so gross, it's also an ad, of Michelob Ultra, I can't believe I just said that, I gave him freaking airtime, organic seltzer to start hating on us out of nowhere, angry emoji face. I, for one, am proud, in caps, to be artificial, and I know my sis, the other CGI person, is too, with an alien emoji, #ad. And she's, walking up to the street. Again, it's a CGI thing, not a real person, and rips off a sign that says, what does it say? Real is better? Real is better. I can't do fast forward.
I was not looking at the ad. I was looking at
prepare your ears. I can't
tell if okay.
Yeah, this has got to be in LA, but anyway. Can you believe these anti-artificial Michelob Ultra or whatever guys? Someone like Mexico. Yeah, real is better. And she's like angry and like, F that. And I'm like, this is blowing my mind. Like,
this is about me. I think that's a real human, but that's a CGI face. Because
I know someone said that too. It's possible.
I think I would, that's what I think that is. The face looks like Kylie Jenner. It's got that like perfectly sculpted face. But this one's disturbing because it's actually augmented reality. So.
I love that one.
Might raise the dead later. Oh, you're so edgy.
This is her. Yeah. Just found an old book of spells and enchantments. Might raise the dead later. Skull emoji, books emoji, and witchcraft the hell do you call that? Magic
Crystal
ball
ball.
thing. Yeah. Oh, great
Yeah.
aesthetics. People love, they eat this crap
know.
up, whatever,
I know.
witchcraft and Wiccan stuff is like up and rising in
Look at
terms
her
of
hand. That's a
spirituality.
real human hand. I mean, like,
I don't know.
these
Some of these
bones and,
digital
like,
people creators are really good at what they do.
it's true.
I'm not
It's
saying that
true.
that's not true by any means, but because it does look, ew, this is so unattractive. Like, ew. Ew.
It's so, look at that. That's so childish.
Oh,
That's
for
so,
sure.
it's
Look
just
at this is so
screaming
16-year-old
little
girl. Look, yeah.
Yeah.
Where she's in bed and the
Wearing roller
I
skates.
don't
How
actually,
you doing, heart?
yeah, wearing roller skates, a tutu looking skirt, Madonna looking like aesthetic
Mhm.
here, cat ears, which is interesting because it's, well, whatever, almost like MK Ultra beta kitten sex
Totally,
kitten
yeah.
stuff. Hashtag or whatever. WYD, what are you doing? I hate that.
It's so,
She looks, it's very kid, like
is, yeah.
14-year-old. Gross, dude.
I don't,
No.
it's so weird. It's just so weird.
Mega. Oh, and it's got the whole gamer girl thing in it, and it makes me want to absolutely puke and this
Those
is
are some of the saddest dudes.
Oh yeah, and women
Like,
women don't even know they're being enslaved by doing this stuff.
Mhm.
Like, because you're inevitably, if you get big, getting big as a Twitch streamer means you're brand. You have brands all over you. Like, that's how it was for me. I was like, oh, if I get sponsored, you've made it. But I'm like, but then I'm a walking ad for a sponsor. It's not about me anymore. And like, they're just using you. They just use you for their gain. Why
Yeah.
would I want to get to that level?
Mhm.
Cool.
And they're telling you at the same time that, well, it's empowering, you know, like, probably take your clothes off for us and do a photo
Exactly.
shoot of
Like,
you
look at
dressed
this. This is
up
so
as
sexualized. It's pinup.
It's,
These poor girls. Yikes.
I know. I look at this and I'm just like, thank God I'm
God,
not
audio's
growing up
making-
with this, because this would mess me up.
Well, it's also teaching you to, like, plugging into the computer is like a
Mhm.
career goal. Like, taking you out of reality. Ugh. And inevitably, I saw this time and time again. I did the streaming thing for like over 2 years, by the way. Every person I would follow, or in the realm of being on Twitter or whatever, they would always have to take a mental break. It always got to the person, like, whatever it was, like, God knows what it was, sitting in front of a computer for an obscene amount of hours.
Yeah.
I mean, male and female. I'm like, this, because you're not built for this crap. This is not for your human body and mind and soul. And they're like, they can't figure out why, it's eating them alive.
Mhm.
That's not what your
You need to
potential
go
is.
outside, get some sunshine, touch the dirt, hang out with some
Yeah.
animals. Think about your life.
Yeah. Detach from this. Get away from it.
Look at the perfect face.
I know,
just
perfect
like
hair.
pointed nose, big lips, big eyes.
Yeah.
I still think most of that image is real, but the face is what's
Yeah, I think so
augmented.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not disagreeing at all.
Because she's got like that, whoever that girl is has the body
Yeah.
of like Kendall Jenner.
Yeah, which is like
what
a
everybody
12-year-old
wants
girl.
I know, like just a stick
Literally
body.
emaciated and
You don't look like
underdeveloped.
you can have
Look at
babies.
these
Like,
arms. No. This comment made me laugh. Marilyn Monroe, look. I'm like, yeah, Marilyn Monroe was, sex kitten crap. I definitely believe
Yep.
that.
Yeah, I do too.
Ew, this one,
She
this
could
is
tell that
just,
she was hot.
ugh. Oh yeah. Like, it's a real, I'm
There
assuming
is a little
at this
girl.
point. Yeah. Wait, what do you mean? This one,
That's like that's a child. That's a child.
Yeah, this one features
this...
I guess, I'm so bad at guessing ages. Are you good at guessing ages?
12? I don't know.
Yeah, some 12-year-old girl jumping with the skateboard, and then the CGI thing is jumping with her. Again, it's Tokidoki. Ugh, God, I'm not even surprised that brand is doing this stuff. I mean, look at their art. Like, how is that? Anyway.
Mhm.
Anywho,